Hello, everyone, and welcome. Ever feel like you're constantly running on fumes? Like you're just dragging yourself through the day, fueled by caffeine and sheer willpower? Well, you're definitely not alone. Today, we're going to dive deep into something I call the sleep deprivation cult. Don't worry, it's not some shadowy organization with secret handshakes, but it is a very real and pervasive phenomenon affecting millions of us. Let's explore together just what it is, how we get sucked in, and most importantly, how we can break free. So, what exactly is the sleep deprivation cult? Basically, it's the societal pressure, often self-imposed, to sacrifice sleep in the name of productivity, ambition, or just keeping up with the Joneses. It's the glorification of hustle culture and the idea that sleep is for the weak. Think about it. How often do you hear people bragging about how little sleep they got, as if it's some kind of badge of honor? I know I've done it. The problem is, this cult is incredibly harmful. Sleep isn't just a luxury, it's a fundamental biological need, just like food and water. When we consistently deprive ourselves of sleep, we're setting ourselves up for a whole host of problems. Let's talk about some of the science behind this. Our bodies and brains are incredibly complex machines, and they need downtime to repair and recharge. During sleep, our brains consolidate memories, flush out toxins, and regulate hormones. Think of it like hitting the reset button every night. When we don't get enough sleep, these processes are disrupted. Our cognitive function suffers, meaning we have trouble focusing, making decisions, and remembering things. Our immune system weakens, making us more susceptible to illness. Our mood plummets, leading to irritability, anxiety, and even depression. And our risk of developing chronic diseases like heart disease, diabetes, and obesity increases significantly. It's a pretty grim picture, right? So, how do we get drawn into this sleep deprivation cult in the first place? Well, there are a lot of factors at play. Firstly, there's the pressure to be productive. We live in a society that constantly tells us we need to be doing more, achieving more, and consuming more. This can lead to a feeling that we always need to be on, even at the expense of sleep. Work often bleeds into our personal lives, with emails and deadlines chasing us even after we've left the office, or should have left the office. Secondly, technology plays a huge role. We're constantly bombarded with notifications, emails, and social media updates, all vying for our attention. It's easy to get sucked into scrolling through our phones late into the night, even when we know we should be sleeping. The blue light emitted from our screens also interferes with our body's natural sleep-wake cycle, making it harder to fall asleep and stay asleep. Thirdly, there's the social aspect. As I mentioned earlier, there's a tendency to glorify busyness and lack of sleep. We might feel like we need to keep up with our peers, even if it means sacrificing our well-being. Plus, it can be difficult to prioritize sleep when we have social commitments and obligations. Who hasn't stayed up too late chatting with friends, even though they knew they had an early start the next day? I know I have. Finally, sometimes we just have poor sleep habits. Things like inconsistent sleep schedules, caffeine consumption late in the day, and a lack of regular exercise can all contribute to sleep deprivation. It can become a vicious cycle. We're tired, so we reach for caffeine, but the caffeine keeps us awake, so we get even less sleep. Okay, so we know what the sleep deprivation cult is, and we know how we get sucked in. But how do we break free? How do we escape this cycle of exhaustion? and reclaim our sleep. The good news is, it's absolutely possible. It takes commitment and a conscious effort to prioritize sleep, but the rewards are well worth it. Here are a few strategies that can help. First and foremost, prioritize a consistent sleep schedule. Try to go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. This helps regulate your body's natural sleep-wake cycle, making it easier to fall asleep and wake up feeling refreshed. I know, weekends are for sleeping in. But trust me, in the long run, a consistent schedule will make a huge difference. Next, create a relaxing bedtime routine. This could include things like taking a warm bath, reading a book, listening to calming music, or practicing meditation or deep breathing exercises. Avoid screen time for at least an hour before bed, as the blue light can interfere with sleep. The goal is to wind down and signal to your body that it's time to sleep. Third, optimize your sleep environment. Make sure your bedroom is dark, quiet, and cool. Invest in a comfortable mattress and pillows. Consider using blackout curtains, earplugs, or a white noise machine to block out distractions. Think of your bedroom as your sanctuary of sleep. Fourth, watch your caffeine and alcohol consumption. Avoid caffeine late in the day, as it can interfere with sleep. Alcohol might make you feel sleepy initially, but it can disrupt your sleep later in the night. Fifth, get regular exercise. Physical activity can improve sleep quality, but avoid exercising too close to bedtime. A brisk walk in the morning can be beneficial. Sixth, practice relaxation techniques. Stress and anxiety can make it difficult to fall asleep. Learn relaxation techniques like deep breathing, meditation, or yoga to help calm your mind and body. Seventh, don't be afraid to seek help. If you're struggling with chronic insomnia or other sleep problems, talk to your doctor. They can help you identify any underlying medical conditions that might be contributing to your sleep issues and recommend appropriate treatment options. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, challenge the glorification of busyness and lack of sleep. Start a conversation with your friends and colleagues about the importance of sleep. Be a role model by prioritizing your own sleep and encouraging others to do the same. It's okay to say no to things if you need to prioritize your sleep. It's okay to admit that you're tired. It's okay to prioritize your well-being. Breaking free from the sleep deprivation cult isn't easy. It requires a shift in mindset and a commitment to prioritizing our health and well-being. But the rewards are immense. We'll have more energy, better focus, improved mood, and a stronger immune system. We'll be more productive, more creative, and more resilient. Ultimately, escaping the sleep deprivation cult is about reclaiming our lives and living them to the fullest. It's about recognizing that sleep isn't a luxury, but a necessity. It's about prioritizing our health and well-being above all else. So, take a good, hard look at your sleep habits. Are you a card-carrying member of the sleep deprivation cult? If so, I encourage you to start making some changes today. You deserve to feel rested, energized, and ready to take on the world. It won't happen overnight, but with consistency and commitment, you can break free and reclaim your sleep. Thank you for joining me on this exploration. I hope you found it helpful and informative. Now, go get some sleep. You've earned it. And remember, taking care of yourself isn't selfish, it's essential. Until next time.